Chiefs Kingdom, we just got a last-second injury update from head coach Andy Reid, and we're also going to talk about why the Kansas City Chiefs will defeat the Buffalo Bills. Welcome back, everybody, to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host, Michael Darcy, and like I just said, we just got an injury update from head coach Andy Reid. He told Adam Teicher that Pacheco and Omenihu would not play against the Bills this Sunday, but JuJu Smith-Schuster is likely to be a go. So it seems like everything that we've been talking about over the last 4 or 5 days is going to remain true, is that Pacheco and Omenihu are back at practice, but it's going to take them maybe a week or two until they're back playing in games on Sunday. And I think that's okay. Like, why rush back Pacheco and Omenihu when the important football is ahead of us? We don't need them to get rushed back for a game like this because we're going to need them come playoff time. And so I am perfectly fine with Omenihu and Pacheco not playing in this game. Save them for the playoffs, let them get fully healthy, and then we'll be good to go. But JuJu Smith-Schuster playing in this game is very interesting because he just adds, another wide receiver talent to this Chiefs team that is starved of talent at that position. Outside of DeAndre Hopkins, Xavier Worthy has struggled as of late, and Justin Watson hasn't been the same guy that we've seen in years prior. And Justin Ross is a guy that I don't even want to have out there on the field. And so I'm very happy that JuJu Smith-Schuster is returning from that hamstring injury. I expect him to get a few targets in this game, and who knows, maybe he has a big impact. Another thing is that Spencer Schrader, the new kicker that the Chiefs picked up off of the Jets practice squad, is wearing number 40. And this is a, interesting candidate to be the new Chiefs kicker because he's been really good so far this season. But his college career, his college career statistics weren't great. We talked about that in yesterday's video over, Harrison Butker's injury. Spencer Schrader was under 70% collegiately. That was his collegiate percentage. It was like 68.2, which is a problem. Hopefully, his best days of kicking are ahead of him because this game, with how good these teams both are and how stacked they are on both sides of the football, it's probably going to come down to which kicker can make their kicks. And as we've seen in years past, Tyler Bass, the Bills kicker, missed the kick that would have tied the game in last year's AFC divisional round. But this is a game that the kicker might be, a bigger player in this game than either of us would like. We might have to see Spencer Schrader make a couple kicks in this game that puts a little bit more pressure on him. And so that is just going to be another aspect of why we need to watch very closely to see how he performs. But getting back to the main part of this game, I've seen so many Buffalo Bills fans talk about how they're a better team, they just have a better quarterback, they've got a better offense, that they're not worried about this Chiefs team, which I think is ridiculous considering this Chiefs team is undefeated, sitting at 9-0. They've had injuries all across the board to the offense and the defensive side of the football, and you just saw Harrison Butker get hurt, who's the best kicker in football. They've had all of these injuries week after week after week, and they still keep finding a way to win. And that should be the most terrifying thing, is that Andy Reid is finding a way to do this with a subpar roster, with backups. And you think that going into a game of this magnitude, that Andy Reid isn't going to be ready to go? Are you kidding me? This game could be for the number 1 seed in the AFC playoffs. You're telling me the Chiefs aren't going to come out with a full head of steam and trying to knock off the Buffalo Bills in their house? We saw the Chiefs do it last year. I think they have that same energy to go in there and do it again. And so I'm super excited to see what the Chiefs do in this game. I think we see a better offensive performance, which shouldn't be too hard to do considering you only put up 16 points in that win against Denver. But hopefully that offensive showing against Denver was a bit of a wake-up call, because you can't play like that against this Buffalo Bills team and expect to win. Like, it's just not going to work like that. Now, the Chiefs did get some good news on the injury front for the Bills. Tight end Dalton Kincaid is out of this game, and wide receiver Amari Cooper is questionable. If I was a betting man, I would say that Amari Cooper is probably going to play in this game. If you're questionable going into a game like this, you're more than likely going to play. And so it seems like we're going to get to see up close and personal what Amari Cooper is like with this Buffalo Bills team. I know a lot of Chiefs fans wanted to trade for Amari Cooper before the NFL trade deadline, so we'll get to see that, but I really do think that this Chiefs defense isn't going to budge. We've seen them week after week go up against some of the best talent in football, whether it is a running back like Derrick Henry or Alvin Kamara or a wide receiver, like Jamar Chase. They have found ways to slow down and shut down opposing teams' offenses. And I understand that Josh Allen is a fantastic quarterback who has played very well this season, but there is a lot of concern in Buffalo that their offense still isn't good enough. And that's with them putting up all of these crazy numbers this year. And so I do think that the Chiefs are going to have an opportunity to kind of play spoiler here. They can go into Buffalo and beat this Bills team. And if you're a Chiefs fan, you should not fear the Buffalo Bills. Even in yesterday's video where I was talking about how it might be beneficial if the Chiefs end up losing to the Buffalo Bills, I don't really think that that's a good idea, but they could lose this game and be okay. But I do think that they want this game. The Chiefs want to go into Buffalo, continue to, keep that undefeated season alive. And if you win in Buffalo, you wrap up the number 1 seed. It's not a guarantee, but at that point, you just have such a big lead on everybody else in the AFC that it is your seed to lose. And that's kind of the mindset that I have, is that the Chiefs just need to go in there, handle business. If their defense plays like they've been playing all season long and the offense just gets a little bit better, we'll be okay, guys. We'll be okay. And even if the Chiefs don't come out of this game with the win, I'm still not going to be moved by the result. I think that this is a big game. There's no denying it's a big game, and it would be great if the Chiefs won it. But if they didn't, they could still get the number 1 seed. They could still get to the playoffs and have that bye week. And guess what? You're going to have to play Buffalo again. And if you got to play Buffalo again, I like the Chiefs' chances of beating them come playoff time. So we'll see what ends up happening in this, insane matchup. It's at 3:30. I don't know why they didn't flex this game to Sunday Night Football. This is going to be the game of the week. I think we'll see fireworks on both sides. But at the same time, I think we'd also see both offenses struggle. I think they'll move the ball, but they might struggle to get it in the end zone. And so we'll see which team ends up coming out on top. I'm really concerned with no Harrison Butker. I think Spencer Schrader is going to have a lot of pressure on him to succeed this week. And that's not really fair to put on him, considering he's been here for 24 hours. So I am a bit concerned that this game is going to come down to a big kick. And do you trust Spencer Schrader to make that big kick? It remains to be seen. We'll find out tomorrow. I guess not tomorrow. We'll find out on Sunday if this Chiefs team is up to the task. But I do think that the Chiefs find a way to get it done on the road in Buffalo. So Chiefs Kingdom, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think is the final score of this game? I think the Chiefs will find a way to win it. I think it's going to be close. I'm going to give it a 27-24 final score. Chiefs on top. All this talk about Spencer Schrader maybe not making that field goal, I think he's going to do enough. He'll make a few big kicks, but hopefully the Chiefs don't put him in a position that he is, trotted out there with a game-winning field goal on the line. So I hope that they don't do that to the new guy, but who knows? I think he does make a couple kicks and gives this Chiefs team that slight edge, and the Chiefs are going to continue to be undefeated. They'll move to 10-0, but we'll have to see what happens on Sunday. But Chiefs Kingdom, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think the final score of this game is going to be? What do you think the Chiefs have to do in order to win it? We are going to have more coverage leading up into this game all weekend long. I'll do a live stream in the next couple days. I'm also going to be going live from the Hollywood Casino this Sunday for the Buffalo Bills and Kansas City Chiefs matchup. There is a watch party going on at the Hollywood Casino. You do not want to miss out. There's a chance that you could come out, watch some great football, eat some great food, and enter to win some great prizes. So Chiefs Kingdom, I will see you guys out there at the place to be, the Hollywood Casino. Thank you guys for watching this video, and as always, go Chiefs.